Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Nick Eden. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to the third episode of Morning Cup of Merch. So, guys, I was looking at some news a little earlier this morning, and it dawned on me I haven't done any political trends in quite a while. When I first started merch, that was kind of like my bread and butter. Like, I would do mostly all political trends. One, because I know politics very well. I've been working in politics professionally for, close to 20 years. But in addition to that, it was just I was always a quick draw when it came to picking up on political trends. I haven't done it much lately, and I mean, a lot of stuff has passed, a lot of stuff that, I thought, okay, maybe this will be good, and then it just hasn't. The main reason that I have not done that in a while, and I probably won't continue to do that, has everything to do with the fact that when you look in and you audit your account, you do these trends, and it's not just political trends, but trends in general. You have a lot of shirts that, okay, I threw this shirt up, and yeah, it's gonna sell, very well for a short period of time. So I'll get the money, I'll get the tier ups and whatever comes along with it. But when you're looking at long-term digital assets, for example, I was literally one of the first two people last year when the whole Yanny Laurel thing happened. I was one of the first two people that actually got shirts up on merch. And being first to market with that was great. And for like a week and a half, the sales were phenomenal. I was doing, 4 or 5 a day, just on one shirt, and I had several up like that. And so it was great. It was beautiful. After that, nothing. Now, I did 15 shirts for that niche, or for that trend, and out of those 15, all 15 sold, some better than others. But who's buying a Yanny Laurel shirt now? Who's buying that? I sold, maybe since then, that first week and a half spread, I sold a couple of them. Ironically, I sold like 2 on Christmas. But I have not sold more than 6 of those shirts since the Yanny Laurel craze happened. But I've got 15 shirts taking up real estate in my merch account. And I think everybody is like, oh, well, I'll just tier up so I'll have more spaces. So it doesn't matter if it's a trend. And I think one of the biggest problems is everyone is concerned with tiering up instead of maximizing the spaces that you have. I thought it was a really, really dope thing for Mike the Treasure Gnome to come back doing video content. And you see that, he's in like the 8,000 tier. He only has 900 shirts live. And I mean, like last year, he didn't upload at all, and he still made like 40 grand. He's still selling upwards of 15 to 25 shirts a day. So it's not so much about, oh, I've got 8,000 spots, so now I've got to fill all 8,000. I think that's where everybody messed up before. And I think after a while, it just puts a lot of crap on merch. There's a train coming, as you guys probably hear. This is a part of my daily drive, so you just kind of have to deal with it for a second. But yeah, so 900 spots, 40 grand a year. Now, yeah, the ones that didn't sell fell off, but the ones that are there and they're still selling, obviously it's working for them. Are all 900 selling every day? No, because you'd have 900 sales a day. I don't know anyone who has 900 sales a day. But the point is, you definitely have some assets in there that are not just sitting, taking up real estate. And that's what I want to get rid of in my merch account, in my wife's merch account, because at this point, it doesn't make any sense. You are literally just clogging up your account with shirts that sold in 2017 and have never sold again. And I'm not talking about evergreens, because you can always refresh those and refresh the keywords, do better designs, promote them. If they sold before, it's a possibility they can sell again. And yes, you do have some trends that can become evergreen. I have seen that happen. It's happened with me. But it still comes down to, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about when I say, okay, trends like my Brett Kavanaugh I like beer shirt. You know, when that came out, and don't get me wrong, when that whole thing happened, my God, I sold, I think at the height of it, one of those shirts was selling 20 a day. And I mean, it was phenomenal. And here's the thing about it. I don't say that to brag, because that's not a norm for me, right? It's not a norm for me to have just one shirt selling. Now, selling 20 a day, yeah, done it, been there, done that. But just one shirt selling 20 a day, no, that's not my account. Sorry. If that's what you came to the channel for, I'm not that guy. But, you know, from like mid-September till probably last month, it sold. So to me, that makes sense. You know, that makes sense. And there may be a situation where something else comes up with Brett Kavanaugh and the shirt sells again. You never know. But for some of the trends that are around, guys, we just know those are dead. So I would say take audit into your account. And if you got some trends that you worked on and they're just done, you know, get rid of that. Get rid of that. If you're going to put it up, have it up somewhere like Redbubble or Teespring or TeePublic, where you're not bound by any particular tier number or level that you can't really go past if you don't have a certain amount of sales. But good God, just do some auditing on your account and let some of that stuff go. I promise it'll make you feel a little bit better, and you're not so worried about tearing up. You're more so worried about your digital assets and making sure that you're maximizing everything that's in your account. That should be everyone's focus. For me, the reason I have not just sat in front of my computer or sat in front of my phone waiting for a political trend to happen, you know, because my concentration isn't that. I have a concentration on building up a strong catalog of seasonals, holidays, major and minor, because they happen every year, and a lot of them are low competition, and evergreens. Like, to me, this is the long game of Merch by Amazon. It's not so much about let me get what's in the moment so I can hurry up and post a screenshot. Because if you post a screenshot in December during Q4 and you caught a trend, yeah, it's going to be wonderful to see, you know, 50 sales for the day. But what happens in January when you don't have any strong evergreens built and your sales are down to 1 or 2 a day? It's happened. So that would be my advice on that. Concentrate on doing some real research, finding some low competition niches that you can get into, and building your evergreens, your seasonals. And once you have a stronghold on that, yeah, hop in on the trend every now and then. You look at someone like RJ Martinez, and yes, I mention RJ a lot because I feel like RJ and Matt and Ken, those guys offer real content, really, really strong content. RJ does almost no political t-shirts. I don't think he does any. Now, you talk about a guy that makes $3, $4, $5 grand a month in print on demand, and he's not doing any political t-shirts. Now, we've seen political t-shirts get as high as the 10s and 20s on merch in terms of BSR. You know, so, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't get the money, but I'm saying play the long game on it. Don't spend all of your time trying to get those trends. Spend your time wisely building up a solid catalog that will sell for years to come. And don't clog up your account with stuff that's going to sell for 2 or 3 days and then it'll never make another sale. So that's just my advice on that. Guys, again, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in. I know it's been a long time since I put up consistent content like that. That's not going to happen again. You're going to get a Morning Cup of merch 5 days a week. Even if I don't necessarily make my long drive and I just drive around the block for a few minutes like I'm doing right now. So that's all I have for today, guys. Take care. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the bell so you can get notifications every time Morning Cup of merch comes up. And I'll talk to you guys on Monday.